Hi, and welcome to the Southern Grace Interiors YouTube channel. I'm Principal Designer Mikaelah Seifrit, and it's my pleasure to have you with me today. Today, we're going to be talking about some creative ways to incorporate office space into our homes. We all know that the last few years have brought major changes in the way that we use our home dwelling spaces. Today, I thought it might be helpful if I address some of those concerns and problems by discussing ways that we can carve out creative spaces in our homes to help us feel like we have a proper office, a space to retreat to focus and concentrate and work, even if we don't have the square footage to accommodate a grand separate office. So the first thing that we should do is take a very open-ended, open-minded assessment of our home. And I mean everywhere in our home. So sometimes people have spaces that they don't think of as an office, but they very easily could become an office. And by that, I'm meaning spaces like storage underneath of a staircase, or even a giant walk-in closet, or a walk-in pantry. There are offices I have seen carved out in bump outs on the sides of bedrooms. Even formal dining rooms, getting converted to office spaces with storage. There are a lot of different places in our homes that we don't really utilize the space very frequently, but if we need to work from home, or we prefer to work from home on a more frequent basis, or perhaps we do virtual schooling or we're schooling at home, those can be spaces that are much more frequently harnessed and utilized. And oftentimes they don't need to be very big, they just need to be functional and organized with lots of storage. I have even seen some really cool offices that are incorporated into standard size closets inside of guest bedrooms. And that can be a really creative way. You can take a beautiful chair that you leave in the guest bedroom when it's being used as a guest room, and the office doors can be closet doors, and they can just close on the whole thing, and you can put a lock on it, and so your guests can't get into your stuff. We could even think about formal dining rooms by just simply adding some doors into the entry of a formal dining room space, depending on how your home is laid out. Of course, this is very vague because everyone's home is going to be laid out completely differently. But I just want to help you in this video. I want to show you beautiful images. I want to speak to you about alternative uses to try to get your brain working, to get you thinking about your space differently. The other thing that I think makes working from home or doing virtual schooling from home really challenging for some people is just organization. Where do you put all the stuff? And that can be really, really tricky for a lot of people, because if it's not a standard office setup where you have like giant bookcases and built-ins, thinking about where to put things can get tricky. So this is another area where you need to look at your whole home and think about how you can use things in a different way. Maybe in your kitchen, yes, your kitchen, maybe in your kitchen there's a cabinet that's just kind of filled with junk or things that you only use at Christmas and it's not really being utilized very much. That cabinet can store office supplies and backup reams of paper for printing, extra books or things that you need to access resources like that you're not going to use every single day, but you do need it accessible. If you don't have a huge home, walking into your kitchen to grab something out of a cabinet is probably not a big deal because you're probably in there all the time anyway. So think about your space differently. Maybe behind a sofa, you can tuck a small dresser or a storage cabinet, and you can use that storage cabinet to store office supplies or files. And that can be tucked away neatly, and it's right in open view. It's not in a separate room, but because it's enclosed storage, it'll still feel organized and it'll still feel cleaned up. And also, when you put storage in areas like that, it will help prevent you from becoming a clutter bug. So now I'm just going to leave you with some beautiful images of creative office spaces that were not grand separate offices, not whole separate rooms, but just really beautiful, creative, small niches inside of homes that give us a place to retreat to, a place to feel organized, and a place to work inside of our sanctuary of a home. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gave you some creative ideas for your own space today. Remember, if you need professional advice for the interior design in your home, you can contact us at info@southerngraceinteriors.com. We are a full-service residential and light commercial interior design firm. We're based in the South, but we work nationwide. Thanks for watching the Southern Grace Interiors YouTube channel. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe down below, and share us with your friends.